Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Reading. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. I'm really not bad. It's just spelled like that in different languages. I am a professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books, a third one in the making. The first one's called Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch. The second one is called Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version, and they let you preview it for free. Slow it down, Mark. I'm excited. You can preview it for free. The first chunk of it, including the table of contents, you'll see it's mostly organized in chakra chapters. It's lovely, it's clean, it's pristine, it's Kindle. The original PDF, however, the visual Fellini Film Fest of chakra spectrums of colors as well as spell ingredients is available on patreon.com/drawing the circle in our digital store. Anybody can shop anytime that they like. Some of my subscribers get not just the books, there's also audios there in that store that they have access to depending upon their levels of subscription, but all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. The first one they get is a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link. They chat with, we chat with each other about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a meditation, a blessing, something to send us on our way. And the wisest way for me to start the day, considering I am moving from Long Island to Saratoga Springs in the next 2 weeks. This video will actually come out when I'm pretty much already moved in, doing these in advance. They also get all the part 2s to the part 1s, the extended readings for the part 1s here on YouTube. They're all soulmate, twin flame, path of true love, all of that kind of stuff based. They're all timeless, my extended readings. What else? Oh yeah, they also get an extensive discount on private sessions with me. Half-hour power, spiritual counseling, readings on Zoom in person. We'll talk about it at the end of the video. But we have 2 7-day free trials for Seeker and Human, our first 2 levels of subscription. We're having a lot of fun over there, and you can follow us for free, checking out the public content. And I am making more public content, sharing a lot actually over there, just for Patreon. You won't see it on any of my other social media platforms, whatever you want to call it. And I love it. It's the coolest thing I've ever done. Just check it out. Click the link. Become Patreon on Patreon. I'm telling you. Because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. So you can call me Mal. Because Mars conjunct Leo rising. I am a good time. Rumor has it. So let's get down to business. We'll do some explanation for the new Scorpios and Crosswatchers, and we'll jump to the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you feel so called to do so. Hello and welcome, new Scorps and Crosswatchers. I have a lifetime relationship with Scorpios, an awful lot of them in my life. So this is a chakra read. We're going to be using the 8 chakra system that I learned from Caroline Myss, MYSS, the PhD, author of Anatomy of the Spirit, which is where I learned, well, I knew there was an 8th chakra up there, but she goes into it. It's amazing. And of course, we are going to see what archetype is in there with our first of 5 cards, essentially a 5-card chakra draw. In my older Timeless Chakra Reads, there's a lot more cards on the table. But for the move, I think this suits rather well. So we'll be hovering in your 8th chakra, this soul power, with the opportunity, you have the free will, to heal it, to bring it into alignment. I prefer the language of spiritual alchemy, from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, shifting from toxicity to health, from illusion to truth, from fear to love, and all that jazz. So this sends down the codes to all the other chakras underneath it, shifting the electromagnetic field of each chakra. So again, we have the opportunity, the free will, to heal or not heal, align or not align. So we will look at the crown, third eye, throat, and heart with the daughters of the moon, internal, yin-ternal, feminine, goddess energy. Everybody got it? Creative intuition. This is visionary intuition. This is creative intuition. This is survival intuition. lower 3 chakras, relationships in the physical world, the masculine, the yang dynamic, looking at yourself from the outside, and or you looking from the inside out at people, places, and things in which you have relationships with in any way, shape, or form. Then we will get 1 Whispers of Love from the Whispers of Love Oracle. What a coincidence. From Angelo Hartfield, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. If it's a solo gig, and a lot of this series seem to be very solitary, then it's all you and your higher self. But if there are other people involved, again, it's a general read. It's them, their higher selves have a say too, and then we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra card to help what? Heal it, right? Bring it into congruency, alignment. Cross-watchers, you have the opportunity to get the sympathy, empathy, insight, and understanding into the Scorpios, which, dicey on a good day. They're awfully secretive. So, it's a cross-watcher read then. A lot of times the cross-watchers show up in the reading. It's their reading, but in relationship to, in this case, the Scorpio. They are cross-watching for. So, cross-watchers, you heal a little bit, work the mantra, the whisper of love, whatever pertains, whatever feels right. You will be coming into alignment, therefore holographically helping the Scorpios and the cross-watchers in watching this reading to do the same. That's how unity works, and that's as one of us heal, all of us heal bit by bit by bit. So, I think that's enough explanation. Let's jump into the divination. Glad to do it for the new people. We gotta do it every time anyway. Might as well have fun with it. So, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I promise you, I will do the best that I can to help anyone shift from a leaded timeline to a golden timeline, and it's not all at once. Quantum leaps sound good, but really, they can be a bit much, right? Little by little, shift one little chakra, and, the rest shift a little bit. For a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser life, and a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, including the plants and the animals, the economy, the ecology, the whole 9, 10, 12, whatever. So the shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. So please, let's find that. It's been a busy morning. Here we go. Moving. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it. So let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, what's the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers, indicating the healing from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, and all that in this Timeless Chakra Read. Ooh, the guide! Yay! A divine family archetype. There are 9 different families. This is about your spiritual power and your mystical power, very crown chakra. Now, written on the card is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. I call this lead, this gold, 3 symbolic atoms in between the two, well, literal, on the periodic table of elements, that cannot be created or destroyed, only changed, can only be transformed, released. I prefer the word alchemized, right? It sounds a little bit more, I don't know, scientific-y, mystic-y, whatever. So, get this, the shadow attribute of the guide places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. I'd rather slit my own throat. No, my gods would snatch away my intuitive skills like in a hot second. No. I've been there, tempted, dealt with a lot of readers and teachers and all of that kind of stuff, even people in clinical therapies, counseling and all of that have done that. A little bit of a power trip there. Archetypes are all about power. So the light represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. We're all one. I mean, so what is guidance? Just sort of opening yourself up to that spiritual truth. Little by little by little, you will be guided. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You could be dealing with somebody who has this archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. But it is a divine family archetype. So this is about divinity. People say spiritual. Well, demons are spiritual. Demons are angels that have forgotten who they are. It's just how it is. A lead to gold, right? Angel is the gold, the demon lead. A weird example. Good omens. What a love story. You know, we all have guidance, right? The intuitive guidance, he said, crossing his solar plexus for the Scorpios, right? Learn the languages of the intuitive languages of your chakras. And certainly it's not all up here, right? That's clairvoyance, clairaudience. But there's also, right? Something feels off. So if you're dealing with a guide and they're, you know, charging too much, I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. We will talk about that at the end of the video. It's chakra. Well, that's one chakra in place. Let's get the next 4 down. The crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart, the goddess, feminine energy, and all that. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. A place for everything. Everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it. So let it be done. My beloved goddesses, what's going on? Heart, third eye, crown, internal feminine energy. For the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading with the guide and the 8th for this Timeless Chakra Read. Woo. Court card, you've got the Maiden of Flames, the Aries card that would be King of Wands in traditional Rider-Waite based tarot, Calafia, the goddess of California, right? We're looking real indigenous, powerful, kind of Amazon tribe. She's at the front of her squadron, whatever you ever want to call it. I mean, it's like Themyscira West Coast, right? Totally. Now, if you have any planets in Aries, have a look at your natal chart. There could be a clue, a tip, and a hint there. If not, look what's in your first house. First house is about the ego, the personality, right? Your relationship with yourself. It's the child of the zodiac, and it is cardinal or creative fire. It is that initiatory, right? I want to do this. It's I am, right? Each sign has its own little thing, right? I'm this, you know, I am is literally for Aries. So this can be selfishness. This could be really tuning in with your creative intuition. The heart, third eye, crown is creative intuition to really initiate something or to stabilize, to choose. Element of fire for me is usually throat chakra, right? Because it burns, right? You spit, swallow, or chew. This could be you really like contemplating your role in something, your own guidance, and by the way, representing the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. The divine's in everyone. Yeah, even them. I know. It's called the illusion of separation. So that's the process of awakening to that truth that we're all one, which is still hard. The ego will never really get it. But the soul already knows. So, let's see what's going on. Lower 3 chakras, masculine dynamic. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Those water fountains are really loud. One more. Still point. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, please. What's going on? Lower 3 chakras, outside in, inside out, masculine dynamic. For the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and their cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading with the guide in the 8th. Aries on the inner. What's going on the outer for them in this Timeless Chakra Read? All right, 2 of Swords. Definitely a little bit of a back and forth, maybe feeling stuck in the middle between 2 different ideas. Now, just we were talking about the ego and the soul, so let's put the ego over here. And the soul over here, I love you, it's all okay, we're immortal, right? The personality has to choose, right? Sometimes it is just that. Now, I will say in terms of chakras, I would really pay attention to your solar plexus. It is the element of fire, right? The earth, root, water, sacral, fire, and then we get hit air in the heart, which I know depends on which systems you're working or studying. But it can definitely be a card of analysis, right? Twos are always about choices, not necessarily life-changing decisions. But I would say in terms of chakras, you do have a choice here. Particularly, I would think about communicating and gathering the information that you need, right? So it might be that you're at this intellectual, I wouldn't say a bad place, I would say, but one where you're kind of like looking at both sides of things. I like the word analysis. I'm a Virgo. It's a Virgo word. And that's getting down into the details. So this isn't really indecision. To me, Two of Wands is indecision. That's element of fire, what you will, what you won't. That's very crossroady, but still a choice is indicated here. Now, just tuning to this a little bit more, this could also be a second chakra relationship with another person, with that back and forth, or maybe you are caught between two people here and hearing both sides of things. So really trying to tune into your guidance, your inherent guidance, regardless of Aries placement there, to do what feels right for you, because you can think as much as you want. Scorpios, you know this. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. It's about how it feels in your gut. And I would say second chakra, if something feels off, it's off. Step back, reconsider, take care of you, self-care with that Aries card as well. And let's get the whisper of love from the higher selves of all involved. I would say pretty much there's got to be other people in here, because who else you guiding? Well, yourself, I get that. But general reads, what you going to do? You're going to please take a nice deep breath. Still. Oh, feels so good. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, and their cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. What is the piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by the Scorpios to alchemize the guide in the 8th, Aries on the inner, 2 of Swords on the outer, there you are, in this Timeless Chakra Read? Look at your patterns in relationships. Look at your patterns in relationships. It requires inner strength, Aries on the inner, to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. And that's for everybody pretty much every day, right? We're all learning, we're all growing, and this is to anyone's benefit to look at their patterns in relationships. Because as I say in all the relationship readings, we are the common denominator in all of our relationships. So if you've been dealing with some lead, you shift into gold in any way that you can, and then you're on a different timeline, right? And then maybe if they want to come along, you'll run into that more golden rather than leaded version. Are you going to get 100% lead or 100% gold? No, I don't know if anybody's got that. I would think the Dalai Lama, you know, them, you know, ones in monasteries and ashrams and whatnot. Maybe they're all gold, just going, you know, doing their thing. But, you know, the rest of us, it's Festivus for the rest of us. You know, we got choices and decisions to make. We got bills to pay. We got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. So, you know, look at your pattern in relationships. Look, your primary relationships with your mother and your father, or lack thereof, is certainly something you incarnate to. You didn't have a say about it once you got in, but somebody signed the contract to come down. So you have the guidance available to you here. So you might have to be selfish, but it could be higher selfish, right? From the soul, or the higher self, not the ego. I know, I'm a frustrated puppeteer, it's true. My mom's a nursery school teacher, she's retired. Sock puppets are always a thing, because everybody loves puppets. Let's get the Macon Healing Mantra on the table for you. Crosswatchers, wake up. Here's your opportunity. If you have not seen yourself in any of this, although look at your patterns and relationships, it's just good for all of us all the time. Use the mantra and tap into your own guidance and grace. Here we go. Please, take a nice deep breath. place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, what is the perfect healing mantra to help the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers alchemize their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxicity to health, shifting from fear to love, from illusion to truth, with the guide in the 8th, Aries on the inner, 2 of Swords on the outer, looking at their patterns in relationships in this Timeless Chakra Read. Invoking self-realization, each breath confirms how awake I already am. And just to let you know, Leo has that fixed fire to your fixed air. That's why I have that there. Sometimes I forget, but I didn't this time. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Now, I do a lot of breath work before every reading, before every client, before every video. Maybe not so much the morning check-ins, because I'm still digesting coffee at that point. But this is about being spiritually awake. Now, the word awakening and the word woke, right? It's like, I know, there's a lot of confusion around that stuff. But for me, even the word woke always meant be aware, be awake that we're all one, that this is an illusion of separation, right? And it's not like in the higher realms, all of a sudden we're just like one spirit amoeba. No, we just are aware. We're conscious, right? Levels of consciousness. We are aware that we are one with everything, and we always have been. Right? So just putting that out there. Yeah, you know, take your political angle on that however you want, but that's what that word means to me. And you know, the original meanings of words are often very helpful. So considering I do the Wim Hof breath and Ha breath and, you know, box breath, this is a really, really good thing to investigate. Invoking self-realization. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Now, the key to that is if you're aware of your breath, you're awake in the present moment. So, self-realization is a spontaneous remembrance of your interconnection to all that is. Well, gee, I don't know, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. I think we've crossed a T and dotted an I there. You are willing to embrace your individuality as a unique expression of source in physical form, which we all are. By aligning with the breath, you see that while you appear to be a person, it is the universe that breathes everything into you. Now, that is ancient. Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, right? Prana means spirit and breath, right? So it is the life force. That's why you exhale, your last exhale in this life, you inhale in the next life, in the next world. Hopefully you won't have to come back to this level of separation again. That's in my contract. That's why I'm leaving it on the dance floor this time. This mantra is ideal for reducing stress. It does work. Managing pain, absolutely. Not just physical, emotional as well. And relaxing the nervous system, because when your nervous system, that's what the ego is. It's the most dormant part of the soul. It's all like stressed out and angry and carrying all this stuff, right? From the past, incarnated into it. You don't even have to take it personally, and yet what could feel more personal? Well, the breath can clear that out. Rebirthing, holographic breathing. Well, they got a whole bunch of different names for it now, right? Soma breathing. What's the other one? There's another one that you see a lot on YouTube. Oh, DMT breathing. That sounds like fun. It's probably all the same thing. So I highly recommend investigating breath work, even if it's just 4 counts in, hold for 4 counts, 4 counts out, keep exhale for 4, and then do it again. It's very good. It's a pattern of 8. So for my Scorpio dancers out there, you know who you are. Hi, Pam. Just something you might want to try out once or twice, maybe after coffee. So we're going to put this together. I love shouting out to my Pam. Let's do a blessimation, a combination of a blessing and a summation if you are new, and then we'll talk about cool stuff if you want to hang out for that. One last time. I think I'm going to shut off the fountain for the rest of these readings. It's really loud. Please take a nice deep breath. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, my collective pantheons of the divine, on behalf of the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers who are watching this video and were drawn to this reading. May they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to be the best that they can be, alchemizing their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxicity to health, their fear to love, shifting from illusion of separation to truth of unity, representing the nature of the divine in all of life and in themselves, with this internal focus of the Aries. Maybe chewing on some choices here, but doing it for themselves, because sisters are doing it for themselves, right? Even the brothers too. Let's see how they do it, them masculines. With this Two of Swords, the back and forth, either within their own mind, but in the physical world about things, maybe stuck between two people, Mr. Rock and Mr. Hard Place. It sounds like fun, actually. With that mental choice that needs to be done here as they look at their patterns in relationships. It requires great inner strength, which it looks like they have, to recognize that they need to change or modify their behavior. And sometimes that's pull back and let people do what they're going to do while they invoke self-realization. Each breath confirming how awake they already are, so they can be a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser Scorpio and Cross-Watcher in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way. For a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, the animals, the plants, the ecology, the economy, all of it is one. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So would it be. And so it is. Yeah. Good. I mean, it's a great archetype, but remember, as beautiful as an archetype sounds is as toxic as it is, and vice versa. So if you liked the reading, my beloved Scorps and Cross-Watchers, please hit the thumbs up. Help the other Scorpios and Cross-Watchers find it. That's how algorithms work, apparently. And then go check me out on Patreon, because that's where I'm throwing down like every day. Doing more and more and more there. We're even on Spotify now through Patreon, which is the coolest thing. We got the digital shop. Just go check out what I got in the shop. I got a lot of audio stuff on there. You can, my voice, prayer, meditation, waking you up, putting you to sleep, relaxing you, chakra stuff, all of that is all on there. As well as my 2 books, Words of Grace and Spell Ingredients. And remember, we got my patrons, once they're subscribers, they get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discounts. Some of them are actually coming to the house before I actually get my last day here in this place. And they're coming for readings, and they're taking some of the magical stuff I'm letting go of, which is just such a help, honestly. And Seeker and Human, our first 2 levels of subscription, are available as 7-day free trials, but everybody who's 7-day free trials stayed at least a month to get a reading with me at the discount. And I love it. Check it out. It's the best thing I've ever done to date in my career, and I've had a pretty wild career. So come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. Yeah, but you can just call me Mal. And if you want to book me for a private session, I'm still taking clients. That's easy. That's an hour or a half hour of power spiritual counseling or a reading, Zoom. Like I said, people are coming here to the house. There's a video in the description box, a YouTube video called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. Explains everything for you, just like Clarissa, because I'm a Gen X generator of trivia and social references, apparently. Yeah, and I've never turned anybody away because of money ever. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way, even if it's pay it forward. We just discuss it before the reading or the counseling happens. And I'm going to be doing readings at the Magic Moon on Fila Street in Saratoga Springs. We're looking at 2 days a week. I'm running a special for the entire month of November called The New Witch in Town. I know it'll be stuck in your head. Just don't call me Mally come lately. That's fine. I'm really excited about this move, and I'm really happy to be doing these readings, right? It really brings me back into center. Talk about guidance. So thank you so much for watching. For my Scorpios, you're so deep. You're so sensitive, and I get it, and I love you all. So I believe in you. Just follow your second chakra as best you can, and keep an eye on that solar plexus there for you too, for the guidance is there, and you're going to be guided how to look at your patterns and relationships in your breath, I have a feeling. So I love you. You can do this. Hang in there. I believe in you. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed be.